Hey, welcome to a new video. Area 51 is a mysterious place located in the vast desert of Nevada north of Las Vegas in the United States. It's a highly secretive military facility whose purpose was to test advanced aircraft and technologies. However, in the area surrounding Area 51, unexplained events and sightings of extraterrestrial activities have also been reported regularly.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video.
The term black helicopters is often used in conspiracy theories related to the US government and military. According to some rumors, black helicopters are unmarked or unidentified helicopters used by the government for suspicious purposes. In relation to Area 51, some people suggest that black helicopters are used by the military to patrol the airspace around the base and conduct secret operations in the surrounding area. Some believe that the helicopters are used to transport personnel and materials to and from the base, while others suggest that they're used to monitor and intimidate civilians observing the base from nearby vantage points. However, the US military has denied that black helicopters are used for any secret or suspicious purposes. While it's true that the military deploys various helicopters in the vicinity of Area 51, these helicopters often have recognizable features and are used for regular training and operational purposes. So whose are these black helicopters that have been captured on camera multiple times? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Campbell is a well-known researcher and activist who has extensively documented the activities around Area 51. During his explorations near the secret military base, he discovered numerous motion sensors hidden in the area. These sensors were placed by the government to monitor unauthorized activities in the vicinity of Area 51. Glenn also had a confrontation with the camo dudes, who closely followed him in a white pickup truck. These camo dudes showed a strong aversion to being captured on camera, quickly retreating into the bushes whenever Glenn pointed his lens in their direction. They kept a safe distance, closely observing his every move. Driven by curiosity, Glenn decided to play a little game of cat and mouse with the camo dudes. Strategically parking his car on the side of the road, he stealthily climbed the hills on the same side while the camo dudes maintained their watchful gaze from a distance. Using his wit and agility, Glenn managed to outsmart them by skillfully circling around and approaching them from behind. The unexpected turn of events surprised both parties. The camo dudes hurried in the opposite direction, just as Glenn narrowly avoided any possible confrontation. At one point, the camo dudes even wanted to seize his camera, but he refused to hand it over. In a bold and covert endeavor, 3 individuals made the courageous decision to infiltrate the highly secretive and heavily guarded base. They were equipped with camo clothing and masks to conceal their identities. The video found on Reddit shows their grueling trek through the unforgiving desert surrounding Area 51. With each step, they had to be cautious, employing stealth tactics to avoid detection. At one point, they found themselves in a precarious situation, and they had to lie down and maneuver on their bellies to remain unnoticed. During their journey, they suddenly came face to face with a snake, adding an extra layer of danger to their already risky mission. The climax of the adventure came when they finally reached a hill, overlooking a mysterious structure within the boundaries of Area 51. The next video footage shows a group of people transporting a stretcher carrying an alien body. This is believed by many to be evidence of a government cover-up of extraterrestrial life and activities in Area 51. According to the story, this occurred after the famous Roswell incident. In July 1947, a strange object crashed on a ranch near Roswell, New Mexico. Some theories claim that the military not only found the spacecraft, but also the bodies of multiple alien beings aboard the craft. According to the story, they took the alien beings to Area 51 and conducted experiments on them. This video footage was reportedly captured on a late afternoon in August 2022, when a Lincoln County deputy was dispatched to a restricted location around Area 51. A couple had gone deep into the restricted area, about a few miles within the boundary. The terrain was described as rugged, making the journey challenging. After driving a few minutes, the deputy reached the isolated location and was briefed on the situation by a camo dude. The camo dude mentioned that the couple had gone further into the restricted area, farther than anyone had before. The couple said they had been instructed to drive towards Vegas and then mistakenly took the wrong road for about 30 minutes. Let's take a moment to consider that this footage shows us one of the deepest points in Area 51. Janet Airlines is a highly secretive airline that operates from Las Vegas and serves several classified military installations, including Area 51. The airline is operated by AECOM, a private defense contractor, and it's believed to be owned and operated by the US Air Force. The name Janet is purportedly an acronym for just another non-existent terminal. The airline has a fleet of unmarked Boeing 737 and 737-600 aircrafts, which are painted white with a red stripe and have no visible logos or identifying markings. Janet Airlines operates from a private terminal at McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas, which is off-limits to the public. The terminal is surrounded by a fence and heavily guarded by security personnel, and the airline's operations are shrouded in secrecy. Naturally, some people believe that the airline is also used to transport alien tech or other classified materials. In 2012, a Janet Airlines 737 plane had to make an emergency landing at Tonopah Test Range Airport. The exact nature of the emergency is unknown, but the plane landed safely, and no injuries were reported. However, it remains a mystery what cargo they had on board the plane. Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop All of Us, is an event that was ironically created as a joke on Facebook by Maddie Roberts on June 27, 2019. It called for Facebook users to gather and storm Area 51. When the planned storming took place on September 20th, 2019, only a small crowd of about 40 people gathered at the gates of Area 51 before dispersed by law enforcement. However, there was an elderly woman who decided to storm Area 51 when no one else made the first move. While the state officers watched, they couldn't intervene because Area 51 is technically a federal base. Encouraged by the crowd, who also warned her to turn back, she bravely crossed the line. According to the person who took the video, she was stopped by 2 patrol cars about 875 yards away, but what happened to the woman afterward remains unknown. Bob Lazar is a controversial figure who claims to have worked at a top-secret facility near Area 51 called S4. He asserts that the facility is located near Papoose Lake and accessed through a secret entrance on the side of the mountain. According to Bob, the facility is used to study and reverse engineer alien tech. One of the most intriguing claims made by Bob is that he worked on the propulsion systems of 9 flying saucers, allegedly recovered by the US government. He claims that these saucers were powered by a mysterious alien substance called Element 115, which he says was used to create a gravity wave, enabling the saucers to travel faster than the speed of light. Bob also alleges that he saw bodies of several alien beings while working at S4. He describes these beings as small, with large heads and eyes, and biologically similar to humans. Whether he's telling the truth or not, Bob has maintained a consistent story about his experience for decades, despite facing much criticism and skepticism from people. Attempting to enter Area 51 can lead to swift and serious consequences. After this person was caught by Area 51 security guards, an officer arrived on the scene. The man was informed that he was on restricted land, and he was surrounded and detained. The exact location of the man remains unknown, but their response to the trespassing incident was immediate. The man was handcuffed while being surrounded by multiple security personnel, with at least 2 individuals on one side and another 2 behind him. It appears that the man's belongings, including his wallet and passport, were confiscated. One of the camo dudes can be seen holding a bag open and searching through his items. Further down the road, it's clear that the other vehicles are stationed, and they're arranged around the arrested individual. In the 1950s and 1960s, Area 51 was not known as Area 51. At that time, it was referred to as Paradise Ranch. The name was used as a cover for the true nature of the base, which was an ultra-secret test facility for advanced military tech. The name Paradise Ranch was intended to give the impression that the base was peaceful, rather than a highly secured and classified military installation. It was also used to help conceal the true nature of the base from Soviet spy satellites and other potential intelligence sources. The name Paradise Ranch was eventually dropped in the 1960s when the base became more widely known, and its true purpose was revealed. It's worth noting that Paradise Ranch is just one of several cover names that have been used for Area 51 over the years. The base has been known by various other names, including Dreamland, Groom Lake, and Watertown. Did you know that there's actually people who work at Area 51? And have you ever wondered how these employees get to work? They aren't allowed to drive there themselves. Every weekday morning, the infamous white bus drives around to pick up workers from Alamo, as well as other towns to transport them to Area 51. The bus stops at several unmarked stops where the workers park their cars before boarding the bus for their daily commute to Area 51. This white bus is easily recognizable by its US government license plate, making it an official government vehicle. While the bus windows are tinted to protect against the intense desert sun and to keep the identities of the workers private, it's important to note that they are not completely blacked out. However, there are rumors that many Area 51 employees actually live there, while others may actually sleep there. Nearby, there's also the town of Alamo, where rumors suggest that many Area 51 employees live. Art Bell was a popular late-night radio host known for his discussions on paranormal and conspiracy topics. In 1997, he received a call from a man claiming to have worked at Area 51 and having knowledge of secret government projects related to alien technology. The caller, who identified himself as Victor, claimed to have worked at the base as a scientist and been involved in research on various advanced technologies, including anti-gravity propulsion systems. He also claimed to have seen alien beings at the base and had been part of a cleanup crew responsible for removing their bodies. The phone call became famous and sparked much discussion in the media and among conspiracy theorists. Some believe that the caller was a genuine whistleblower, risking his life to reveal the truth about Area 51 and the government's involvement with alien tech. He described the beings as non-human with large eyes and long fingers. Strangely, after the phone call, nothing more was ever heard from Victor. What do you think might have happened to him? On November 3, 2022, two homes belonging to Jurgar New, an Area 51 blogger, were simultaneously raided by federal agents. The doors of both locations were forcibly opened, and approximately 15 to 20 agents stormed each house. A man was removed from the address in Rachel, while his girlfriend experienced a similar situation at the house in Las Vegas. During the raids, the man claimed that several items were taken from the homes, including laptops, mobile phones, backup drives, cameras, and a drone they had found. They found a man named Jorg, the owner of a website called Dreamland Resort, which focuses on Area 51. His website contains photos, drone videos, and reports about Area 51, including info about the base's activities and rumors about UFOs, black projects, and extraterrestrials. The man claims that the raid on his homes was an attempt to silence him and the Area 51 research community. These videos and images of Area 51 show how excessive the agents were. They were reportedly questioned about their drones and told that one of their drones had flown into a restricted area. However, the man claimed that it was not his drone. When you first see this photo, you might think that a UFO has landed near Area 51, but no, it's not a UFO. This is the Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository, a deep geological storage site for spent nuclear fuel and other high-level radioactive waste. This mysterious location is situated in Nevada, north of Las Vegas. It's also close to the Nevada National Security Site, a former nuclear test site near Area 51. The location was chosen due to its remote desert location and geologically stable conditions, with a layer of volcanic tuff believed to provide natural barriers for containing the waste. The proposal for the repository has been controversial since its conception, with local residents and environmental groups expressing concerns about the potential risks of storing radioactive waste. However, according to some people, this site also harbors another mystery. It's suggested that there may be secret tunnels or underground facilities connecting the two locations. Others claim that the repository could be used to store classified nuclear material or other secretive government items. The Sheahan family is known for owning land near the secret military installation known as Area 51. The family's property, known as Groom Mine, consists of 400 acres, including mining claims in the desert. The Sheahan family has owned and operated Groom Mine since 1889, extracting valuable metals such as lead, silver, and gold. The U.S. Department of Justice has taken steps to condemn the family's property near Area 51, leading to a legal battle between the family and the government in 2015. The government offered the Sheahan family $5.2 million for the land and mining rights, but the family rejected the offer, finding it unfair. However, eminent domain was invoked to acquire the land, meaning the government can take private property for public use, provided compensation is offered. The Sheahan family has been fighting for years to receive fair compensation for their property. They argue that the value of their land, which offers views of Area 51, could potentially have generated millions as a tourist attraction. However, the government has contested these claims. For years, there's been speculations and rumors about the existence of underground tunnels and facilities in and around Area 51. Some believe that the base houses an extensive network of underground passageways and chambers used for confidential government activities, including storage of advanced tech and alien artifacts. In June 2020, a Twitter user claimed to have found Google satellite images showing what appeared to be entrances to underground tunnels in Area 51. The images showed a series of rectangular structures and ground openings near the base's runway. These images quickly went viral on social media, leading to widespread speculation about the possible use and secrets of these tunnels. Some people suggest that the tunnels could connect to rumors of underground facilities at the base, while others speculate that they might be part of a secret transportation network. Despite all the attention, the US government has never officially confirmed the existence of underground tunnels or facilities in Area 51. This YouTuber named Mac Adventures drove to the gate of Area 51 in 2014, and as soon as they arrived on their motorcycles, the infamous camo dudes appeared. The group waited for further instructions or to be arrested. They could see sensors on the fence around them, as well as multiple cameras and other measures to keep people out of the area. 4 months later, in another video, they were riding their motorcycles down the road, and a white truck passed them, almost as if it was a warning. Since they were not stopped, they continued. However, when they stopped, the truck sped by, and the military personnel emerged with guns and aggressively asked them to put their hands up. After an inspection, they were told to leave. This doesn't end here. The strangest part of all this is that the YouTubers never uploaded another video after this, even though their content was pretty popular. It's as if they suddenly disappeared from the face of the earth. Could it be that they went to Area 51 too often, or did they see something they weren't supposed to see? What do you think?
The Lockheed U-2 was developed in the 1950s as part of an ultra-secret program to conduct high-altitude reconnaissance missions over the Soviet Union. The U-2 could fly at altitudes of up to 13 miles or 21 kilometers, making it nearly impossible to detect or intercept the aircraft. It was extensively used during the Cold War to gather info about the Soviet Union and other strategic targets. The SR-71 Blackbird is another aircraft that was developed in the 1960s as the successor to the U-2. The SR-71 could fly at speeds of up to Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound, and at altitudes of up to 85,000 feet, or 26,000 meters. And then we have the Aurora. The Aurora is an aircraft believed to be the successor to the SR-71 Blackbird. It's believed to be a reconnaissance aircraft capable of flying at high altitude and high speed. It's said to be capable of reaching speeds of up to Mach 6, 6 times the speed of sound. Although the US government has never officially confirmed this aircraft, there are many rumors surrounding it. All 3 aircraft are believed to have been tested and developed at Area 51.
Gabriel Zeffman is a private pilot who has combined his love for aviation with his fascination with the intriguing history surrounding places like Area 51. His passion led him to the idea of flying over the Nevada Test and Training Range, including locations such as Area 51 and the Tonopah Test Range Airport. In November 2019, Gabriel embarked on his first expedition to the area in his Cessna 150 aircraft. Since then, he's returned about half a dozen times, proudly posing for photos with Groom Lake in the background. From this vantage point, he has an incredible view of the dry lake bed in the main base, which a solitary hangar builds about 5 years ago. One of Gabriel's photos shows the Bald Mountain Radar Station, which plays a crucial role in supporting various exercises and test programs. Notably, in April 2020, Gabriel's photos showed a hangar under construction, but shortly afterward, it had disappeared. Located just south of the Nevada Test Range near Area 51, this particular hangar seems to be the only one open, and its size is striking, although its exact purpose remains mysterious and unanswered.
The Camo Dudes are a group of security personnel hired to guard the area around Area 51 and prevent unauthorized individuals from entering the base. The Camo Dudes get their names from their distinctive camouflage uniforms, which allows them to blend into the surrounding desert landscape. They're known for their tough and intimidating demeanor and are often armed with powerful weapons and other equipment. The primary role of the Camo Dudes is to protect the secrecy and security of Area 51. They're responsible for patrolling the perimeter and keeping unauthorized personnel out. The Camo Dudes have become somewhat of a legend in the Area 51 community, with many people fascinated by their presence. However, if you are near Area 51, you are unlikely to encounter them directly, but they will keep an eye on you from a distance. There have been several cases where the Camo Dudes had to detain trespassers who entered the restricted area of Area 51.
By now, we know that the so-called Camo Dudes will show up if you cross a certain point on the road to Area 51, and sometimes they can be lenient if they notice you made an honest mistake. Other times, not so much. How did you think they would react to a man in a wheelchair doing the same thing? YouTuber Mitch St. Pierre thought he would make the trip to Nevada himself to get a glimpse of Area 51. From the beginning, they could see a white, inconspicuous truck on the hill, ready to intervene if someone stepped even an inch where they shouldn't. When you're that close, it's easier to tempt fate. Mitch rolls his wheelchair down the road, covers a considerable distance, and then quickly turns back. He says that when he got too close, he saw the people in the truck move, and that was the moment to turn back.
The Nevada Triangle is a region in the southwestern United States that is associated with a number of mysterious disappearances and unexplained phenomena. The Nevada Triangle is defined as the area bordered by Las Vegas, Reno, and Fresno, California, and it includes a large part of the Nevada desert and surrounding mountain ranges. The phenomenon of the Nevada Triangle is similar to that of the Bermuda Triangle, in that it involves unexplained disappearances of aircraft and other aviation incidents, as well as other mysterious events. However, the Nevada Triangle is less known than the Bermuda Triangle, and there's less documentation and research available on the subject. Some of the reported phenomenon associated with the Nevada Triangle are unexplained plane crashes, disappearances of aircraft and other vehicles, mysterious lights, and other strange weather patterns. There's also speculation that the area may house secret military installations or other hidden activities, while others believe that the phenomena could be related to extraterrestrial activities.
On July 20th, 2023, the local Lincoln County police officers noticed a vehicle stopped near the boundary of Area 51. It appeared that the intruders had followed Stewart Road beyond the point where civilians were not allowed and continued their journey. The vehicle had stopped almost 3 miles inside the highly secretive military base, a remarkable feat for civilians given the presence of private security. Shortly afterward, a sheriff arrived and was informed of the situation. At first glance, the young man and older woman didn't appear dangerous or suspicious. The intruders were Judy Jennings and her grandson Jake, known for their YouTube channel Angry Grandma. Their channel has gained a following for their pranks and rants. Judy and Jake had driven all the way from their home in Ohio to the outskirts of Rachel, Nevada, to capture footage for a project about Area 51. Fortunately, they only received a fine, a relatively minor consequence compared to the charges these pranksters could have faced.
UFOs above Area 51 have been a subject of fascination and speculation for years. Numerous reports from both civilians and military personnel claim to have witnessed unidentified flying objects near the highly secretive military base. In a video, we see a massive UFO illuminating the sky, first coming together and then splitting into 2 aircraft. In June 2019, hikers climbing the Tikaboo Peak spotted helicopters, trucks, and planes. They also claim to have seen a UFO close to an aircraft and entering a hangar. People also spotted one of the famous HH-60 Pavehawk helicopters, known for protecting Area 51. However, you don't have to climb a mountain to see a UFO above Area 51. You can also capture aerial photos. A passenger on a flight from California to Texas took out his phone and photographed dazzling lights in the Nevada desert. But be cautious if you ever decide to storm Area 51. Once you pass the warning sign, you'll be prosecuted and a military truck will find you immediately. In January 2021, a pilot named Gabe Zeifman captured a strange triangular shape in an open hangar. In fact, he took hundreds of photos, and some people say that the high-quality photos are among the best evidence of UFOs ever made. In another video, we see a whole police transport team near Area 51 after a UFO sighting. It apparently crashed, and the police convoy rushed to take it back to the base, but luckily, one person caught the moment on camera.
In October 2012, a BBC film crew found themselves in a tense situation after venturing into the notorious secret area of Area 51. The crew, including Irish comedian Andrew Maxwell and UFO expert Darren Perks, managed to sneak past the boundary of the site. However, they were confronted by security teams and forced to lie on the ground for 3 hours while the FBI checked their credentials. The crew explained that their intention was to tour California, Arizona, and Nevada, with Andrew Maxwell as the host and 4 individuals interested in the UFO phenomenon. They parked their car about 164 feet from the restricted area's boundaries and began filming. Initially, they saw no guards or vehicles in the vicinity. After waiting for about 30 minutes without any sign of security, they decided to pass the barricades and enter the restricted area of Area 51. In the distance, they saw guards engrossed in watching a basketball game on TV. When they knocked on the guards' doors to get their attentions, the guards came out with drawn guns, resulting in a fine for the crew.
The M Cave is a remote and dangerous area near the border of Area 51 in Nevada. The cave is known for its difficult terrain and has been a scene of various accidents and fatal incidents over the years. Despite the dangers, it's attracted adventurous explorers, including a man named Kenny Veach. Kenny gained online fame with his YouTube videos, exploring remote and abandoned locations. In November 2014, Kenny posted a video describing his quest to find a mysterious cave he had seen during a previous hike near Area 51. He claimed that the cave had a shape of the letter M, and that he couldn't find it in his previous attempts. Shortly after posting the video, Kenny set out again to search for the cave. However, he never returned, and his disappearance led to a large-scale search involving local authorities and volunteers. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of Kenny was ever found, and his fate remains unknown. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance have led to much speculation, with some suggesting that he may have stumbled upon something related to Area 51.
In September 2019, T.S. Granzer and Govert Sweep were arrested about 3 miles from the Nevada National Security Site, near Area 51. This occurred after a Facebook event page was created, calling on people to storm Area 51 in September. However, Tias and Govert claimed they had no intention of participating in this event. Their goal was simply to get a good view of the area before leaving the United States. During the arrest on September 10th, both boys admitted they could read, write, and speak English. They acknowledged the no trespassing signs at the entrance, but indicated that they were curious to see the area itself. Tias identified himself as a YouTuber, and upon searching the vehicle, officers found cameras, a phone, a laptop, and a drone. As a result, both boys pled guilty to trespassing and illegal parking, which are misdemeanors. A district attorney explained that they were initially sentenced to 1 year in jail, but the sentence was suspended. Additionally, they had to forfeit the electronic equipment found during the arrest. A typical tour around Area 51 includes visits to well-known locations, such as the ET signpost, the Little Alien, and the marked boundary of the military base itself. In July 2014, driver Dennis Ryan and his 4 passengers were enjoying themselves when they suddenly drove over the edge of Area 51. However, at a crucial moment, one of the tourists asked Ryan a question about sports books, distracting him. As a result, Ryan unintentionally passed the warning signs, and he continued driving. After about 45 seconds, Ryan started to wonder where the boundary with the security signs was. Less than 2 minutes after crossing the border, the passengers warned Ryan that a white truck was closely following them. A fully uniformed military officer emerged from the truck, with one of the passengers noting that he was carrying an automatic rifle. Local Lincoln County officers then arrived, and the driver and passengers were removed from the vehicle. Each person faced an estimated fine of $650 and a misdemeanor charge.
Rachel, Nevada is a small town located in the desert near the borders of Area 51. Over the years, the town has become a popular destination for various UFO sightings. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1996, when witnesses reported that military personnel had recovered a strange object. Close to this town is Route 375, also known as the Extraterrestrial Highway. This highway passes through the area, and witnesses claim to have seen UFOs and other paranormal phenomena here. Another popular attraction in the area is the Alien Research Center, a gift shop and museum with a collection of UFO-related artifacts and souvenirs. This area has become a hub for many people who want to explore the surrounding desert and catch a glimpse of extraterrestrial activities.
Jerry Freeman once began with a specific goal in mind: to follow the trail of the lost immigrants of 1849. These immigrants played a significant role in naming Death Valley, one of the most famous wagon caravans in American history. His mission was to find and document an inscription in Nye Canyon, above Papoose Lake, on the Nellis Air Force Base bombing and gunnery range. Jerry led a group of 5 people on an adventurous 32-day-long trek. The journals of the Lost 49ers mentioned 7 inscriptions, each with its own historical significance. In 2021, Bob Lazar spoke about his work at S4, a remote location in the Nevada desert, directly south of Area 51. According to Lazar, his work at S4 was related to UFOs using anti-gravity tech, powered by a unique element known as 115, which is now recognized as Moscovium. Jerry Freeman's expedition becomes relevant in relation to Lazar and S4 due to the proximity of his route to the alleged location of S4. Although it's unlikely that Jerry actually found the S4 facility, he later saw certain phenomena that could potentially be linked to S4. Specifically, on the evening of the 26th, he saw lights that appeared to open and close on the mountainous side of Papoose Lake.
In the following video, we see a driver of a white, inconspicuous car caught searching through mailboxes outside Area 51. You may be wondering why Area 51 has a mailbox in the first place. Since this discovery, it's become a mystery as to what kind of mail these mailboxes receive. According to rumors, the black mailboxes are used by the US military to store and transport equipment and supplies in remote locations. The boxes are black in color and often marked with a white USAF logo, which stands for the United States Air Force. They're designed to blend in with their surroundings and are often hidden in remote areas to avoid detection. In the context of Area 51, black mailboxes are associated with conspiracy theories and speculation about the base's secret activities. Some people believe that the mailboxes are used to transport classified material or communicate with extraterrestrial beings. Others believe that they're used to store and transport advanced technology or other top-secret materials.
On the morning of February 19, 2023, a Lincoln County officer received a call responding to a mysterious person trespassing and being detained. Upon arriving at the location, they approached the intruder, immediately stopped him, and took him into custody. During the process, they discovered a fully loaded AR-15 behind the driver's seat. It became clear that the intruder, identified as Trevor A. Baker from Montana, had no intention of leaving the facility. As the pieces of the puzzle came together, the officer learned about the alleged organization called Majestic 12, reportedly established in 1947 by President Harry Truman. According to Trevor, the secret group consisted of scientists, military leaders, and government officials tasked with recovering and investigating extraterrestrial spacecraft. Classified documents related to Majestic 12 were first leaked and circulated in 1984. After talking with the boys for a while, Trevor decided to confide in the authorities and reveal the true purpose behind his long journey to the facility. According to Trevor, Majestic 12 had instructed him to come to Area 51 to help build nanobots. These are small electronic devices designed to infiltrate the human brain and send electrical impulses to achieve control. Although the story sounds incredibly strange, the man was eventually released with a citation.
Tikaboo Peak is a mountain peak located in the Nevada desert about 26 miles or 42 kilometers northwest of Area 51. It's considered the best vantage point to observe the highly secretive military base of Area 51. Tikaboo Peak stands at an elevation of 8,957 feet, or 2,730 meters, and it provides a clear view of the runway, hangars, and other structures of Area 51. However, access to Tikaboo Peak is restricted, and visitors must obtain permission to hike to the top. Once they're granted permission, they must follow certain guidelines to ensure their safety and protect the environment. There's been several reports of strange sightings by people who have been at the top of Tikaboo Peak. Some of the reported sightings include unidentified flying objects hovering above or near Area 51, unusual aircraft with strange shape and designs, and bright lights or flashes emanating from the base. Nowadays, visitors must apply for a permit in advance and must stay on designated paths to prevent them from encountering or seeing anything they're not supposed to.
In a tense and unsettling incident near Area 51, a family of 4 found themselves in a frightening encounter. Ignoring the warning signs, they drove past the boundaries and climbed on a hill, unaware of the impending danger that awaited them. Suddenly, a white truck appeared, with people dressed in camo emerging with firearms. The family was quickly forced to bring their vehicle to a stop and step out with their hands raised in surrender. Fear and confusion gripped them as they complied with the demands of the camo dudes. The chilling scene was captured on camera by someone who managed to film the events from a safe distance. However, no update was provided on what happened to this family afterward.
Google Maps is a widely used digital mapping service that allows you to virtually travel all around the world. But sometimes, if you look closely enough, you can discover strange things that seem inexplicable at first glance. There's been a few cases where people claim to have found evidence of mysterious objects or structures near Area 51. 2 of these cases involve the alleged discovery of a giant robot and an object portal. In 2016, a man named Scott C. Waring claimed to have found an image on Google Maps showing a giant robot near Area 51. The image appeared to depict a humanoid figure about 49 feet or 15 meters tall, with what seemed like 2 smaller robots standing beside it. The image quickly went viral, with many people speculating that it was evidence of a secret military project or even extraterrestrial activity. In another case, a UFO enthusiast claimed to have found an image on Google Maps showing a mysterious object portal near Area 51. The image appeared to show a circular opening in the ground, surrounded by a ring of stones. With this image, people believed it was evidence of a secret entrance or portal to another dimension.
In January 2019, a frightening incident occurred at Area 51, located about 65 miles northwest of Las Vegas. It began when an unidentified man suddenly drove past the barricades, and he entered the ultra-secretive nuclear testing facility. This immediately triggered an intense response from private security contractors, as well as local enforcement agencies, resulting in a high-risk chase through the heavily guarded terrain. The chase unfolded over a distance of about 8 miles, with the man maneuvering his vehicle through the winding roads. The department responsible for overseeing the site later released a statement acknowledging the terrifying pursuit. Ultimately, the man decided to bring his vehicle to a halt, temporarily pausing the chase. Upon exiting his car, he emerged, holding a mysterious cylindrical object firmly in his grip. As he approached the officers, he ignored their orders and warnings, resulting in his demise. To this day, it remains a mystery what kind of mysterious object the man held in his hand, and why he decided to enter Area 51.
Area 6 is a remote location within the Nevada Test and Training Range adjacent to Area 51. It's used for testing unmanned aircraft, drones, and other advanced technologies. Area 6 was initially constructed in the 1950s and was used for nuclear testing during the Cold War. However, in recent years, the site has been repurposed as a testing ground for the latest drone technology. The exact nature of the tests conducted in Area 6 is classified, and the site features a 4,921-foot or 1,500-meter long runway and several hangars and support buildings. There's also various radar installations and other monitoring equipment in the area. While Area 6 is not as well known as its neighbor, Area 51, it's garnered more media attention in recent years. In 2016, it was revealed that Area 6 was used to test a prototype of the RQ-170 Sentinel drone, which is used by the US military for intelligence gathering and surveillance missions.
Two elderly women found themselves in the worst possible location, lost on their way to Area 51. They were specifically looking for the gate, where they thought that they would be allowed in. The driver pointed them in the right direction and told them to follow him but not go beyond where he was, or else the camo dudes would come after them. However, when they arrived, the two women continued. From the vantage point, the driver saw the infamous Area 51 truck appear immediately. And even as they were chased by the trucks, the women didn't slow down. In fact, they had gone so far that the cameraman couldn't see them anymore without getting into trouble himself. The truck chasing them also disappeared after kicking up a cloud of dust. What do you think happened to these two women? Let me know in the comments.
The Roswell UFO crash of 1947 is one of the most well-known and controversial incidents in the history of UFO sightings and extraterrestrial beings. According to the official government statement, the incident involved a weather balloon that crashed near Roswell, New Mexico. However, many people believe that the crash was actually the result of an extraterrestrial spacecraft that was retrieved by the United States military. The incident began in July 1947, when a rancher named Mac discovered strange debris scattered across his sheep pasture near Roswell. He reported the incident to local authorities, who investigated the site and collected some of the debris. The debris was initially described as lightweight metallic material, unlike anything ever seen before. According to some accounts, the debris was retrieved from the crash site and had strange hieroglyphic-like markings. Witnesses also claimed to have seen alien bodies at the location, which were reportedly taken to Area 51 for further examination. The official explanation from the military was that the debris actually belonged to a top-secret surveillance balloon project called Project Mogul. According to this explanation, the debris came from a high-altitude balloon used to monitor Soviet nuclear tests. Do you believe that extraterrestrial beings exist, and have you ever seen a UFO yourself? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.